Morning, sweethearts. How y'all doing? How you handling these energies? Sun's just, I don't know if you can see it, but the sun's just starting to rise. Today, the energies of today coming in, like I said last night, the wave is, kind of fluctuating, and, see my messy hair. And, anyways, you got Mars in conjunction with the sun today. Going to bring in a lot of martial energies, if you will, that valor energy, if you will. So, this martial energy. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, Rachel. How you doing, beautiful? Big hugs and blessings, sweethearts. So, this martial energy today, especially, sweet ones, when it comes in, you're really going to, some of you are going to feel short-tempered, if you will. Good morning, Chandra. So really allow yourselves to observe. Some of you may find yourself getting irritable, getting frustrated. You're going to have some short fuses, if you will. And that's okay as long as you can observe yourself and not project it out, not realizing what's going on and start projecting it out. Or if you do, catch yourself, it's really a space of introspection and whatnot. And this martial energy is going to be present for the next 2 years, sweet ones. But what's good about this martial energy is this can propel you forward. If you... Was there, Rachel? Rachel says there's a big energy change for me last night. It should be for all of you, for all of humanity. Gaia really released a lot last night, energetically wise, but this martial energy, if you can rein it in rather than and use it and command it, if you will, it can propel you forward in some very fruitious ways. And that is going to be present. That's what's coming in today, and it's going to be present for the next 2 years. But when it, with it coming in today, it's going to, that initial, just like with all energy, once it comes in, it comes in, and then you have to anchor it, ground it, and so it's going to cause some short fuses until you can balance it, harmonize it within, but this energy, if you can really pull it into you, and you can really use it to bring that power into you, if you will. Martial energy represents a lot of valor, a lot of heroic energy, if you will. Now, and when I say that, I'm not saying go out and be a hero in that sense, but really use it to propel your purpose, your will forward, if you will. And it's really a magical energy. If you can rein it in and use it that way, it will really guide you into stepping into your power, stepping into your purpose, and it will guide you forward. And that's the magic of today. I said today was going to be a very powerful day. It's going to be the most powerful, energetic day of this week. And again, it can go either way, sweet ones, depending on your emotional frame of mind. If it comes in and you're not grounded, you're not stabilized, you're not, well, you're probably going to have a little bit of turbulence and chaos, if you're not in control of or observing your energies. However, if you are, and you can observe your energies, catch yourself, and actually, again, you're alchemists now, sweet ones. Those who have been on this journey, who have reached that space, step into your power. This is what all of these energies this month in August is really helping and assisting you to do, is step into that power. You have it all within, and all of these energies are bringing that confidence to all of us. It's bringing that confidence, into each of you. So you don't have to hide. You don't have to keep yourself in seclusion. You don't have to hide your miraculous gifts and abilities anymore. And it's just as full glare intense. Absolutely, it is. For some of you, it is. That's why I say, really allow yourselves to ground, spend time in nature. You know, be around natural water sources if you can, or if you can't. Excuse me. Like a girl messaged me yesterday afternoon, and she says, I'm not around any water or grass, or I'm in the middle of a city and concrete surrounds me. It's like, okay, get 3 glasses and put water in it. If you meditate, meditate with water. You guys are alchemists. You can use it in any way, and as long as you set your intent through your heart, your spirit will guide you on what to do, whether that's if you're not around grass or can go hug a tree, or go out every day, your spirit will guide you. You can use bath water to assist you, not just for grounding and stuff like that, but you can actually use it to bring in these energies. You can, it's same with like the 3 glasses of water with your meditating, and you can still get the benefit of that. It doesn't have to be you having to walk into a natural water source, or you have to sit into the grass. I mean, you can get a fresh flower, like a fresh rose. Or if you have rose bushes or flower bushes, without taking the flower off of your rose bush or whatever, you can just cup your fingers around its stem and hold it in your hand, and it will bring you that beautiful energy into you. And by the same token, the more you allow yourself to receive that beautiful gift from that flower's energy, you're also allowing it to release its cup so it can regenerate its energy from Mother Earth. And it's actually beneficial for both of you. Now, you can also go get, again, I'm just giving suggestions for people who live in a city that don't have access to, like this girl said, it's all concrete around me. You can also buy fresh flowers and hold them. You can put rose petals, fresh flower petals in your bath water. Not only does it pamper yourself and make you feel good, and make sure in your body, your physical vessel appreciates it, but that will also bring that loving energy of Gaia into you. If because walking out on concrete, you don't get the loving energies of the earth. And, the fresh flowers, rose petals, whatever it may be, will help you do that. Bring plants into your apartment or into your dwelling. Put a rose on a stem, on a long stem. Lay it on the dash of your car. And then, of course, when you get home, put it in water. I would encourage that. But, I mean, take it with you. Or, you can bring the elements into you, I guess is my point. Just because you're not surrounded in a wooded area like I am right now, you can still bring it into you, and it can still benefit you in many ways. Just be creative. So really allow these energies today, sweet ones. And some of you are going to find you're going to want to pull away. And that's okay. Honor whatever you need, your vessel needs, really just honor it. And step back and allow, just allow these to propel you forward. Use these energies that are coming in. Even if they seem dense or heavy, you can change them. You are that strong. You're that powerful. Use your light to change these energies and use them to benefit you. And you will find that you're going to really propel yourself forward into this new reality that is being made available for you. It just says, yes, Mama dear, I am from Singapore. Nature or beach is rare here. I walk up to the park where people are exercising or kids playing or shower more than twice a day. It's still, like I said, get some fresh roses or some fresh flowers if you can. They have little sunflower, well, I don't know in Singapore. But, if you can get a sunflower or or something like that that can grow in your apartment, that can bring you a lot of energy. Or, keep fresh flowers in your house. And I'm saying, so depending on where you're at, fresh flowers can be expensive. Daisies will work, tulips, or whatever it is. It doesn't have to be $100 bouquet of roses, is my point. You can, any of that, it's so that should help you. And, you can touch those flowers and they'll help you. If you cannot get out into nature every day, that will help you. Good morning, Veronica. How you doing, beautiful? Oh, yeah, it is, because it's only 7:19 here, Veronica, so I'm sure it's still dark there. The sun isn't even, you can just see the sun's rising here. And I'm 2 hours ahead of you, beautiful. That's the perfect time to connect, Veronica, with Spirit and Gaia. Rachel says, my cats eat all my flowers and plants. Bad kitties. Well, again, they're no different than us, For them, they eat it and stuff, and it brings energy into them. Just bless it. It's all right. They're not bad kitties. They're just being kitties. Just like my cat, Midnight. Look at her. I'm sitting drinking my coffee in my recliner this morning, and I made a post about it just a bit ago, and her food dish is on top of the dryer because otherwise the dogs eat their cat food, right? And I'm hearing this chirping, and it's like, that almost sounds like there's a bird in my house. And then my dog starts barking at the bottom, and I'm like, so I walk back there, and here she has this mockingbird in her, she has her chin down, and she's holding it with her paws, and this mockingbird's trying to get away. And so I walk back there, and it tried to fly away when I walked back there, and she seen me, and so she puts her mouth on it, and she lifts it up to me, and that's like, okay, Mama, give me the bird, let me have it, and she did. She gave me the bird, and I picked it up, and it flew right out the back door. But that's great. Not only great symbolism, but when your animals do that. When your cats do that, whether it's a dead mouse, a dead bird, whatever it may be. Good morning, Helena. Big hugs and blessings, beautiful. When your animals do that, that is showing you absolute devotion to you, and that is really truly a beautiful gift, because it means that they have welcomed you actually into their family, not necessarily just because you have a cat, you're their family. And so that's, hey, you too, no, that's a beautiful, beautiful gift, and great symbolism with the bird. Now look at her, she's in a mood. She's sitting here. Braveheart walks up to her and she starts spatting at it. That's so cute. So, your animals are being affected by these energies, sweethearts. Everything around you is being affected. Really just stay in that space of gratitude, that space of peace, and really allow these martial energies just to propel you forward. This is really truly a miraculous time, even though it can be intense. What can we do for our pets? Love them. Bethany, love them. Really pamper them, like Braveheart. Every time we get, Braveheart's the other cat. Well, I guess you didn't want to see him doing that, but he goes through every time we get a huge influx of energies. Braveheart he gets diarrhea, and there's a lot of blood in it. He pukes a lot. He gets really, really sick every single time. Snoopy, Midnight don't. Snoopy, my one dog, he gets sick and he starts puking a lot, and he'll get breathing problems sometimes when we get an influx of energies. Now Tony, the little Chihuahua, Tony just sleeps through them all. It don't affect him at all. So really just observe your animals and really just pamper them like you pamper yourself, because they too are going through upgrades. They too are, and for some of you are finding that they're transitioning into other realms as well, you know, and, you know, you just really have to honor this change, and with your animals, just really pamper y'all, you know. Everything is being upgraded, rewired, recalibrated, you know, and you can ask your team, yourself, you know, you can ask to have them help you, assist you in recalibrating through these energies, including for your animals. And they will assist. Remember, sweet ones, we cannot interfere with your free will. Being a galactic angelic being, we cannot do that. And unless you ask us for help, unless you ask your angels, your team, they're standing right by to help you. You have to ask for it. They can't just intervene. They can't just assist you. You have to ask. And the more you communicate with yourself, the more you communicate with your team, the more you communicate with your vessel, you're going to find things will become more graceful and more gentle and more easeful. Ask and ye shall receive. And if you are not receiving that answer, it's because you're, in one way or another, there is an expectation or something attached to it, unconsciously or unknowingly, as to why you can't see it. Because the second you ask, you have received it. It's just a matter of you tuning in to see and hear the message, however it may be delivered. Emmy says, I have been triggered by my parents and I react, saying the truth without judging, but I feel offended and tired. Emmy, if you're being triggered by your parents, remember, it's something that's within you, sweetheart. And if you are aware your parents can trigger you, beautiful, that is where communicate with yourself and say, look, I'm having to be in the presence of my parents. I'm aware that they trigger me, team. I need your assistance in keeping me harmonized and balanced through this interaction. And then just breathe. And, they're not there trying to hurt you. Even though sometimes you want to know how awakened you are, sweet ones, spend time with your family. Especially those who reject you and who have ridiculed you your whole life. That will tell you, that will show you in every way, in every aspect, just how grounded you are. And just where you still have energetic blockages. And that need to be released, loved back to love. I know you do, honey. I know you do, Emmy. And so really just, when that happens, sweetheart, just really, just send them unconditional loving energy. Picture a pink, you know what I do? What I did in the beginning of my journey, before I mastered my energy, what I did is I would visualize pink balls of love, and I would just sit there like snowballs and just visualize myself throwing love bombs at them. That's what I did to help me, as crazy as that may sound. And and then other times what I would do is I would visualize all this energy coming at me that I would feel. I would sit there in my head. I would sit there and I would visualize like a box, and I would just visualize all that heavy, dense energy going into this box, and then I would visualize myself taping it up, and I would write on it, "Return to sender with love." And then I would visualize myself just going and dropping it like in a mailbox and just sending it right back with love. That's what I used to do for myself. I would get creative with myself. I would sit there, okay, this is an illusion, but that's me. Whatever works for you, sweethearts. But that really helped me, those little love bombs, and then just imagining that heavy energy going into a box, and I just return to sender with love, and visualize it. So, try something like that. See if that don't help you, sweetheart. And that's the best thing we can do, is really just sit there and send them unconditional love and light, and honor the space they're at, and don't react and don't judge it. And Emmy, it's okay if you find yourself reacting to it, because really, again, don't judge yourself. Don't judge it, and because it's really showing you, it's giving you a tool, and say, okay, this is where I need to master this energy a little bit more. And everything, you can find the magic in. I'm not a fan of sitting there saying the positivity of it, because that really puts you still in that space of separation, positive, negative, yada, yada, yada. But if you can really find, turn it around, whatever is presenting itself that it doesn't seem to be of that positive, loving energy, just apply your loving energy to it and change that energy. That's what I mean when I say alchemy. You can really master these energies. Excuse me. And so really just allow yourself to do it. Come on, mama. And it'll help. It'll make it more graceful and more gentle.